I think we are entering this very different world in which you need to reconfigure your supply chains. And in particular, you're going to need to think very hard about how exposed do you want to be to the US market. It's still an attractive market. It's still consumers and firms still buy things in the US that they don't buy elsewhere. And they do a lot of it at price points that the rest of the world can't match. So there will still be trade with the United States, but I think firms will be thinking harder about, do we have to do that? And if we have to do that, then let's be realistic about the costs of doing so, the cost of engaging with the United States. And if we can't engage with the United States, then we need to think about what are we going to do instead and pivot. The challenge with the pivot strategy, I think, will be, and this is certainly going to be true across the next 6 months, as thousands or even millions of firms try to pivot, they will all be pivoting in similar directions. And so the competitiveness challenges that companies are facing is likely to get worse rather than better, especially in the next 6 months, because they will say, well, if we can't sell to the US, then I will pivot. Where will I pivot? I think the natural location would be Europe, because that's the next closest alternative. Not everyone is going to be able to sell into Europe. So then what? How else will we be able to find markets and find opportunities in other places where we might already have a modest footprint, but we could expand it, where we've never explored, but now we should. And the competitiveness in those spaces is going to be sort of on steroids because everyone is going to be doing that. And so I think for at least 6 months, we're going to have a lot of disruption ahead.